Okay, it's dinner time again. We're gonna make barbecue pie tonight. Is what I'm gonna make for dinner. I have a pound of ground beef here, and we're gonna cook this up first. It's basically, might as well just say it's a casserole, not really a pie. It's gonna be like a ground beef casserole with a biscuit top. Is what it is. But yeah, it's called a barbecue pie. So that's what we're making today. So we're gonna sit here and brown off our pound of ground beef first, and then we're gonna start seasoning our meat, and we're gonna add our other ingredients into it. So this is gonna just take a few minutes, but we're gonna get this done first. Alright, now our ground beef is all brown and into bite-sized pieces, you might as well say, or ground up, as you would say. I've turned the stove off. We're going to drain the excess fat off our meat real quick, because who wants all that extra? I don't. Take that off, put that there just a second. And I squeeze mine out just a little bit just to make sure I get all my excess out. But hey, you do what you need to do to get yours out, or however you want to fix it. And you don't have to use ground beef if you don't want. You could use turkey if you like. You could use pork. You can use some wild game meat or something. You can use bison, or, you know, whatever you got available. You can do ground chicken if you like. This is going to be your recipe, so you cook it how you want to eat it. Okay, I believe I got enough of my excess out. I'm going to put it back in my pot. I'm going to try to do this and not make a mess or drop it in the floor. And I did, yes, put all my excess beef fat in a bowl, because you don't want to put it down your kitchen drain. That's a no-no. We definitely don't want to do it down the kitchen drain. Alright. Now we're going to season. I'm going to use some of my favorite dry herbs first. I have some thyme. And you use what you like, that you would like to season with. It's always a good thing. I'm going to use a little oregano. You can use fresh, you can use dry, whatever you like. If you want to not use them at all, then just skip that part. And this is some voodoo seasoning that I like, that they sell at the store. And I'm going to add some smoky roasted garlic and onion seasoning in there. And since we're making barbecue pie, I'm going to put a little bit of barbecue pulled pork seasoning in my meat too, just to give it that little bit more of a barbecue taste. And I'm going to use a little pepper in mine. Now you can add salt if you want, but I'm not going to add any extra salt. For one, I have high blood pressure, so there's no reason for me to add some extra salt in there. And for two, since My seasoning that I put in there for the barbecue stuff has salt in it. I don't want to put extra salt. Plus, we're going to add Worcestershire sauce to it, and it's really salty. So I definitely want to watch about how much salt I put in there. So just remember, if you're watching out for, high blood pressure, or you don't want it too salty or anything, then just be careful about how much you put in there. All right. Now I'm going to mix my meat with my seasoning. And my burner's still a little warm, which is fine. I just want to put that in there and get it just a little bit warm. I don't actually want to cook my meat anymore. Now we've got to have some baked beans, which I have a can of mushes. What do I do with my spoon? Now, I have a really large can here of baked beans. I really do not need this whole can of baked beans. So I'm just going to add in there about how much I think I might need to use with this pound of meat. I'm going to say maybe a cup and a half will be good. Because like I said, I don't think I need this whole container of baked beans. And we're going to mix that together. Josie, I need to know how much Worcestershire sauce we need. Can you back up and look over your shoulder and tell me?
One teaspoon.
1 teaspoon. We can do that. I don't want to add too much of that because that gets salty too. I'm going to add this to my Pyrex casserole dish, and I sprayed it with some ham and everything too to help make it not stick too much. So this will give me a little more room too to mix everything up. That way I can mix my beans in there a little bit better with my ground beef. Side. And I got my teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce here. Alright, we're adding that in there. Give it a little umami flavor and a little salt there. Mix that in. And we've got to add a cup of barbecue sauce. Now I have some hickory and brown sugar Sweet Baby Ray's here, but you use whatever kind you want to use in yours. Sugar-free, regular, whatever kind. If you like a different brand or anything like that, that's fine. Just use what kind of barbecue sauce you like. You might have a brand you like to use, so use it. And yay, it's got a squeezy spout. I love the squeezy spout. But hey, you can't have barbecue pie without some barbecue sauce. Hey boys, y'all behave yourselves. My dogs are trying to fight each other because it's eating time. That tangy barbecue sauce. Alright, so we're adding that in there. And I'm stepping on the dog. That's alright. He's got more than 1 foot. He'll be alright. And I'm going to mix that in there together too. And hopefully I'm not beating them baked beans up too much. Because I don't want to mash them up to death. And I have some shredded cheese here, which is some Colby Jack that I grated a few minutes ago. We're going to add that in there. Fresh is always best, but use what you got. Use any kind of flavored cheese you like. Also, if you want to grate it yourself, do that. If not, buy it already shredded. Like I say, you do what you like. We're going to add a little bit of that in there. and mix the cheese in. Doing a lot of mixing tonight. I'm going to get my workout. Alright, now we are going to make our biscuit topping that goes on top of this for our, I guess you say pie part of your barbecue pie. There, I made a mess. Alright, I have a separate bowl here, and I have a cup of biscuit mix, or you can use Biscuit or any kind of biscuit mix you want. You can even do your own homemade biscuit mix if you want. So I have that in there. And I'm going to add 1 egg. And I need milk, so I need back in the refrigerator. So we need a 1/2 cup of milk also. Oliver, quit eating his food. So let me put my milk back so it don't get hot. Alright, now we're going to take our whisk and incorporate our milk and our eggs and our biscuit mix here. And we want to mix it up good, make sure all the powder's all gone and dissolved. And make sure the egg's all the way incorporated. Alright. Get all that out of there. Good things I don't have to do dishes tonight because, Mama making a mess. Alright. We'll get a spatula out. And I'll take my mixing bowl and I'm going to start adding my biscuit mix to the top. I believe I got all my biscuit mix out now. Now I'm going to try to push my biscuit mix out and try to cover all my meat and bean mixture with my biscuit mix. Try not to have any naked spots. That looks about good. Alright guys, we're going to put this in the oven. I have the oven at 350 and this is going to cook for 45 minutes. Then we're going to come back and check on it, okay? We got to have time to have our biscuit topping to cook. So we'll check back in just a little bit. Alright guys, for the magic of the computer, or magic of the TV as they say, it's been 45 minutes and as you see I've changed my hair and changed my clothes. Since I have 45 minutes to kill, I want to cut myself all nice and clean. Because who wants to be stinky after work? I don't. Alright, so we're going to take our barbecue pie now and finish it up real quick. And then it'll be time to eat. Oh gosh. Oh lordy, look at it. Oh. Alright, and look at there, our biscuit top is all nice and brown, right, it's says to add a little more barbecue sauce to the top, but I don't think I'm going to because mine's like bubbling out. So I think it might have enough barbecue sauce on it. But it does say add some cheese, so I am going to add some cheese to my biscuit crust. Can't go wrong with cheese. And to make it just a little bit more special, I'm gonna put some crispy onions on the top with a little garlic pepper on, just to have a little crunch too. So I'm gonna add those also. Now for you, this is not snack. Move this over. Spread this out a little bit so you're not on one spot. And be careful about it so I don't burn myself. Alright, and we're going to stick this back in the oven for probably about 2 minutes or so. Just long enough to melt our cheese is all we're doing, really. So, because this finished cooking, so we don't want to cook it any more than what it is. So, let's wait 2 minutes and then we should be ready. Okay guys, our barbecue pie is all the way done. You see all our cheese and everything's melted. Looks good. Sounds crunchy. Now guys, you could do this outside too. You don't necessarily have to do it inside. You could also make it on the grill or smoker too and just cook it for the 45 minutes outside. Alright. And it's really hot, but my husband's going to give it a try. I think you need to blow because I think
it's still steaming. Like a jacuzzi, man.
It's still pretty hot.
You don't want to get on
No, Mr. Weenie. Alright guys, I guess that's for it for tonight. So y'all have a great night and enjoy cooking.